What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I want to thank all you new subscribers. I'm not gonna lie, mostly credit due to the rideshare professor that recently promoted my channel. It did help. I like to believe I had some input in some of you guys coming over here. Hopefully you guys will stay and keep contributing positive comments. I love it. This is my most positive YouTube channel I have, and I got about 6 channels total. Just the most positive one. It's one of the newest and the most positive with comments. Keep it going. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, should I keep driving, continue on this journey of being a Uber driver? And today happens to be Thanksgiving. And as the time I'm shooting this video, you may see it 2 days later. And they're doing a strike. And it's technically not a strike, it's more of a protest. But even though I understand what the goal is, truthfully, you got to start thinking about your future as an Uber driver, because is this something you're going to be able to sustain the rest of your life? Most of you know. And I understand why we're in, a hamster wheel situation where you feel trapped, where you have to do Uber because you can't do anything else. I get it. But I also try going back to the workforce around 2020, 2021. I went back and tried to do the workforce. I first went to a community center that was, helping disabled adults as well as teenagers. And it seemed like a good nonprofit, but the pay was shit. And I mean, you had to deal with a lot. Sometimes you had to physically restrain some of these people. One kid swung on me at one point. He didn't hit me, but that's the type of things and responsibility you had to deal with. Some of them were known to be not allowed to be around children for obvious reasons. Some of the men. And one girl was a thief, so you had to watch her. And then you can imagine when you got 3 grown men that you got to watch and maybe a young lady, and you got to watch all 4, and it's just one person per 4 people that you got to be responsible for. You would expect a company like that to pay, here in Connecticut, minimum $20, $21 an hour. No, it was $14. Granted, this is before the $15 thing passed, but that was ridiculous. Then I left there through ties to that company. I figured, well, at least I got a hookup. I can go over here, and I went to a group home. Again, during the pandemic, they gave us an extra $1, and then later took it back after the fact. And it was a lot of work. Again, I had to deal with a lot of elderly people. And it was just too much to be dealing with for such a small pay. Now, the only reason why I was trying to go back to the workforce is because my car was down. That's the one negative thing about Uber and Lyft. It will destroy your vehicle when you're doing it full time. I destroyed my Chevy Trax. I bought a Subaru from some shady dealer. That got me another 6 months before that started giving me problems. Thankfully, I had the title to that car, and I recouped some of my losses by selling it. I think I paid $6,000. I think I got at least $3,000 back, plus the use of the vehicle. So that was almost like I rented a vehicle. I would have been better off just renting a vehicle. But fast forward, the pandemic, I stopped working because I was able to, as an Uber driver, get some of this government EIDL program money, and that got me through the rough times. And it also allowed me to train my mind. You know, you gotta figure out what you're good at. And here's another reason why I can't go back to retail is age. Even though I like to believe I'm very young looking, I'm gonna be 52 this December. And when you go in, there's my experience. When I go walk in and I go apply for a job, I think the last job I actually went in and applied for was a Sprint location. Formerly, I think it was actually T-Mobile, and they were changing over to Sprint. And I probably was the last job I applied for. And just my appearance, he was excited, because you can't tell how old I necessarily am. But after I put in my age and he's reading, oh, he's born 1970. Oh, he realizes how much older, I'm more old school in wireless communication. I have 20 years experience, but it's more of the old school way of doing things. And it was a concern for both him and me, because it's hard for a guy like me at my age to take orders from somebody that's young enough to be my child. And I admit that's an issue I have. But it wasn't, I didn't get the job because of that. The process was so long now. They put you through so many hurdles. You know what? I just said, F it, and let me go out here and do something else, you know? And that's when I came and I watched a lot of YouTube being in the pandemic and learned about online marketing. And I finally settled down and figured out, well, I could do affiliate marketing for free. But if I incorporate it, maybe I can go after some of this government money they got out here, because they're trying to get new upcoming businesses. They're trying to give you money, guys, just for being a new business and trying to do something. So I formed my own business by way of a company that didn't do things properly, you know, but at least it got me knowledge to do things the right way. Fast forward, that company I dubbed the holding company, because it's going to own some businesses later. But that, through ADP, is how I pay myself. So I will have my Uber money, my Lyft money, a company I'm promoting called My Software Business. I have a link below. That money goes in there. MWR Financial, it's a network marketing company that helps you with your finances. That money goes in there. Any affiliate offer that I'm ever going to do is going to go to that company, as well as the room I'm renting. I make that guy pay me through PayPal per week, so that I can also put that money into that company, which pays me. Now, I'm not able to pay myself a lot, as you can imagine, but it's enough to cover my bills. But the next step I'm moving into is I realized that every company is a media company. It's really how you monetize your videos. And I've been doing video content for longer than I've been an Uber driver. So that got me thinking, I need a platform where I could put, like one of these OTT services that I could put behind a paywall, but it looked like it's really my platform. Fully white label, branded to my company. And that's when I came up with the idea to start my own media company. And just taking the content I already have on 6 channels. So obviously I have a YouTube channel. I will just put that as a YouTube category, but on my own platform. So if YouTube or Facebook or any of these platforms ever went down for whatever reason or kicked me off, I still have all my content housed where I can monetize it and get people to subscribe. Now, how do I get people to subscribe to my platform? Is I'm going to incorporate other people and other brands. So like if I see a company that wants to advertise their store, I will bring them on the platform. They have to become a subscriber so they can see the content, and I will tell them to send their customers to my platform to watch the content that will be in the contract, and they will get a discount for doing that. So there's a lot of creative ways how you can get people to watch your content. But another way would be I'm gonna start doing shorts on all of them, Instagram, YouTube, but only doing shorts of what's actually a full-length video on my own platform. Now, YouTube doesn't like you taking people off the platform, but if you're doing it that way where you're at least providing new content constantly to YouTube and feeding it, they're happy. And everybody's on this shorts thing and this TikTok thing, and as well as the TikTok I just started a new one. That's going to also send people over there. So there's a lot of ways you can monetize your content, but being the age I am, you can't just go out and go get a regular job, and think that you're going to get paid what you deserve unless you further your education. Now, I got to be real with you guys. Everybody's not built for school. I barely got through high school. There's no way I'm going to further my education. Thank God I got my daughter through college, through scholarships, and a little bit of money I helped her with. And she is in accounting. She's making a decent wage. Actually, yearly, she's making more than me, being out here hustling and being an entrepreneur. But she furthered her education. So it is possible to live a good wage, but I still say you should start your own business, because you can be making that good wage, and there's a lot of tax advantages that my daughter doesn't have because she didn't start her own business. Simply by setting up her own LLC, say a media company, and doing videos, she will be able to claim losses because you can write off some clothes because it's on the channel. You could get creative with this stuff. I'm not a tax professional, but trust me, you can get creative. So I would recommend, even as an Uber driver, you start thinking about your future. What am I going to do after this? Or what am I going to do when I'm going to be 52? What's going to happen when I'm 62? I'm not driving out here when I'm 62, guys. I'm lucky if I even make another year. So I'm already planning out my future by creating small companies that will be able to one day get me the six-figure income that I'm trying to create. But you got to start thinking about your future. And a lot of people think, well, oh, Uber's so bad and Lyft's so bad, why do you keep doing it? Flexibility. Even though they're screwing us, it gives us this flexibility to make us feel like we're independent business owners. That's the one thing that I like about Uber and Lyft and any gig job, the flexibility. Like today, I could just take off. I didn't have to call nobody. I didn't have to get that. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in my last retail job at Bed Bath & Beyond, I hated calling out. And I know they were probably thinking, oh, it's easy for him to just call out. No, I hated calling out because I was a responsible person that showed up most days. But I got this thing where if the snow was bad, I'm calling out. And that was the one time they were like, well, Will's probably not coming in. Every other day I came in, but if it snowed bad, I'm not coming in. I don't feel any loyalty to your company to risk going through the weather. Not light snow, but you know what I'm saying. If it was a couple inches, I'm not coming in. But I hated that awkward feeling where you had to call up and tell your boss you're not coming in. And they're like, well, why can't you make it? And they're, asking you stupid questions. You see the snow. I hated that. But as an Uber driver, I have the flexibility of just not turning this app on today. I want to strike or I want to protest too. I'm not going to turn the app on. You have that flexibility. So it makes you feel like you have your own business. But hopefully there'll be another rideshare company that will come along. I don't think I'm waiting for it. But I do like to leverage Uber and Lyft for a possible rental business where I rent vehicles to Uber drivers. I'm considering it. I'm doing what Glendon Cameron calls, I'm thinking about it. I'm doing my research, as Glendon would say. But what I'm definitely going to do is have a media company, because I actually found an OTT service that will put my content behind a paywall, and they make it easy to do the apps, like the iOS and the Android apps. They make it easy for a fraction of the price, and they control it all for you without blocking your content. So I can swear, I can smoke weed, I can do whatever I want on my platform and not get kicked off. Now, does that mean do straight porn? No. I don't recommend you make this like a host for a straight porn situation. But there's nothing wrong with racy videos where you might be talking to your girl and she's, in a nice bikini or something like that. YouTube is funny. They might let it slide, they might not, And then certain subjects get flagged on YouTube. Without a doubt, you could say what you want on your platform without this company flagging you. And then it's commercial free. You can make this your only platform where you chat directly with your subscribers. So I may tell people, you got to go over here if you want to have a one-on-one chat with me for free. You got to subscribe to that. So you guys definitely will hear about it on this channel as well as several others when I come out with that app. But on top of that, I'm going to market my whole journey with this new branded company I'm doing for the media company, step by step. So that'll be a course within my platform. That'll be my first course, because it's going to be a media company as well as a holding company. So that'll be my first course on that platform. But my daily content, as well as TikTok, as well as YouTube, is going to go on this platform for the future to start selling directly to my new subscribers. And then I keep monetize my own people, where I don't have to count on these social media platforms to control my content. Something to think about. But I'm not saying that you guys got to start a media company, but start an LLC. Start getting your Uber and Lyft money in your business, so now you can borrow on that business and then not affect your personal credit. And now you can decide what you really want to do. You might want to go back to school. You might want to pursue another type of business. You might want to pursue your own security business. Now you have the ability to go after funding to get it. That's all I'm saying to you guys. Think about the future. Thank you guys for your time. Whether or not you strike it or not, have a great day. Or protesting or not, have a great day. Continue to support. I thank you guys for all your great creative comments. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.